All right, welcome to part two. And like I said in my earlier video, guys, we're coming off a 4-1 day in my 5 personal bets on Pt.2 yesterday. And if you want to see my personal bets, games that I personally have action on, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at Brockpage.com. We're also 2-0 in our last 2 college basketball tier package picks on that very same webpage. And the link for today's college basketball tier package pick is in the description section below. And with that, guys, I just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the video. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. If you find yourself enjoying this video here today, please feel free to give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. I'd love to connect with you on a daily basis. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into our part 2 video. And with that, who are we starting off with? The Rockets. Rockets taking on the Jazz. And that's going to be a 9 o'clock Eastern start time. Utah's minus 14.5, totals 230. Now, we are seeing movement toward Utah and the under in this one. The Jazz open 14 up to 14.5. Total open 231 down to 230 even. Now, the Red Hot Jazz, they're on a 5-game winning streak, and they're actually in the top 3 in the league in home scoring. Donovan Mitchell, he's averaging 25 points a game along with 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Meanwhile, Bojan Bogdanovic, he's scoring over 17.5 points per contest himself, along with 4 boards. And when it comes to shooting the basketball, well, the Jazz are actually in the top 5 in offensive field goal percentage. They're taking on a Houston team who lost 8 out of their last 9, and they're winning only 24% of their road games. And when it comes to defensive play in this one, the Rockets allow nearly 118 points a game, and they find themselves dead last in defensive field goal percentage. Now, injury-wise, Garuba is out, Gordon and Schroeder are questionable. Meanwhile, for the Jazz on the other side of things, Gobert, House, and Pascal are questionable for them. Rudy Gay is out. And when it comes to the total in this one, Utah saw their last 5 straight fall under the line. 70% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, Houston saw unders recently against New Orleans, San Antonio, and Golden State. They're also 8-2 to the under in their last 10 meetings with Utah. So if you're into historical trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. I'm going to lean toward Utah minus 14.5 and the under 230. Next ball game I have for you, it is going to be Magic versus the Nuggets, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Denver is minus 11 with the total at 224.5. Now, we saw a half a point move toward Denver and a huge line move toward the under in this one. The Nuggets opened 10.5 up to 11. And the total opened 228 all the way down to 224 and a hook. That's a 3.5 point move toward the under. Now, the Nuggets have been absolute covering machines here recently. They're actually 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 straight. 80% against the number in their last 10. The Nuggets have also done a real good job making their shots from the field. As a matter of fact, Denver's currently in the top 3 in the NBA in offensive field goal percentage. And of course, one of the biggest contributors to that is the Joker, the big man, Nikola Jokic, who's averaging over 25.5 points per contest, along with 13 boards and 7 assists. Meanwhile, Will Barton, he's scoring 15 points a game himself, along with 5 boards and 4 assists. And when it comes to defensive play in this one, Denver's in the top 5 in defensive boards. They're taking on an Orlando team who lost 4 out of their last 5. And they're scoring only 103 points a game. And no real surprise here, the Magic currently ranks in the bottom 3 in the NBA in offensive field goal percentage. Now, injury-wise, Wagner is out for the Magic. Meanwhile, for Denver, Najee is questionable with a hammy. When it comes to the total in this one, the Nuggets saw their last 2 straight fall under the line. 4-2 to the under in their last 6. Meanwhile, the Magic saw 3 out of their last 4 fall under the total themselves. I'm going to lean toward Denver minus 11 in the under 224.5. And with that, guys, We're going to jump into our next and final matchup for our Part 2 installment here, and it is going to be Golden State versus the Clippers, 10:30 Eastern start time. Golden State's -6 with the total at 219.5. Now, the Warriors got the W in 8 out of their last 10 ball games, and they're actually leading the NBA in defensive field goal percentage. Now, when it comes to the scoring in this one, Steph Curry's averaging over 25.5 points a game, along with 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Meanwhile, Andrew Wiggins, he's making nearly 42% of his three-pointers. He's also scoring 18 points a game. And speaking of three-pointers, the Warriors are in the top 5 in shooting the basketball from beyond the arc. They're taking on a Clipper team who failed to cover in 5 out of their last 6. And they also rank in the bottom 10 in home scoring. Now, when it comes to rebounding the basketball in this one, the Clippers are actually in the bottom 10 in offensive boards. And injury-wise in this one, Powell and Preston, they are out. Kennard is also listed as questionable. Meanwhile, for Golden State, on the other side of things, Iguodala and Green are still out for them. I'm going to lean toward Golden State -6, getting the job done against the point spread. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Pt.2. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. We utilize the Patreon platform, and well, Patreon, that's the way they do their billing cycle. They bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on Pt.2, you are going to get access to that content all the way through the end of February. You can opt out at any time, but if you continue to opt in, you're just going to get auto billed on March 1st, and it's just going to reload, and you're going to get access through the end of March. But I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And guys, if you want to get access to every single pick that I give out on that website, you may want to think about signing up for my board member tier package. Board members not only get access to the board member tier pick itself, but they also get access to every single pick that I give out on that website. It's an all-inclusive pass. You get access to every single bet that I make personally. So you certainly want to think about that one there. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that Super Bowl yesterday. Really, really good game, competitive game. There was a good amount of defense, good amount of scoring. And of course, Cincinnati covered that number. We had a 3-0 sweep in our NFL tier picks. We finished the season 6-0 in our final 6 picks in that package. So we had a great end to the season there on my website. But anyway, guys, happy Monday to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at Brockpage.com.